Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to explore the 5 stages of spiritual awakening, and more importantly, help you identify which stage you're currently in. The first stage, often referred to as the awakening phase, can be described as the moment when you start to sense that there's something more to life than what you've been taught. This is where the initial stirring begins, a feeling of dissatisfaction or a longing for something deeper. At this stage, you may not even know exactly what's happening, but you're suddenly more aware of your inner world and your surroundings. It's like waking up from a long sleep and realizing there's a whole new world to explore. For many, this stage can be triggered by a significant event or a life-changing experience. It could be something like a challenging relationship, the loss of a loved one, or even just a series of small events that start to pile up. You might feel a sense of confusion, or a kind of restlessness, but this is all part of the process. Your mind and heart are beginning to open to the idea that there's more to you and the world around you than meets the eye. You might start asking deep questions like, why am I here, or what's my purpose? At the same time, you may notice a shift in your values. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same weight. Material things, status, or the opinions of others might lose their appeal. This stage can feel unsettling, but it's a sign that your soul is nudging you toward a deeper understanding of life and yourself. As you move into the second stage, you begin to seek answers. This is when you feel the urge to explore spirituality more intentionally. You might start reading books, watching videos, or talking to others who seem to have answers to the questions you've been asking. You could explore new philosophies, religions, or ways of thinking that you've never considered before. The seeking phase is all about gathering information and trying to make sense of the changes you're feeling inside. It's important to note that this stage isn't necessarily about finding all the answers right away, but rather about being open to exploring new possibilities. You might feel like you're on a quest for truth, trying to piece together the puzzle of your existence. It's common for people in this stage to feel a little overwhelmed, because it's easy to get lost in all the different teachings and practices that are out there. During this stage, you may also experience a greater sense of connection to something greater than yourself. You might feel a heightened sense of compassion, empathy, or a desire to help others. The seeking phase is where you begin to understand that spiritual awakening isn't just about you, it's about how you relate to the world and everyone in it. After a period of seeking, the third stage is what we call the dark night of the soul. This is often one of the most challenging and difficult stages of spiritual awakening. It's where you face your deepest fears, insecurities, and unresolved emotional baggage. During this stage, you may feel lost, disconnected, or even as though you've hit rock bottom. The world around you may seem bleak, and you might question whether any of the spiritual work you've been doing is even worth it. However, the dark night of the soul is a crucial part of the awakening process. It's in this stage that you confront the shadows within yourself, those parts of your mind and spirit that you've been avoiding or suppressing. It can feel painful, but it's through this process that deep healing and transformation occur. Many people who have gone through this stage describe it as a period of intense inner growth, even though it doesn't always feel that way at the time. If you find yourself in the dark night of the soul, know that you're not alone. This phase is a necessary part of the spiritual journey, and it will pass. It's important to be gentle with yourself during this time and trust that, even though you may not understand it all, there is light at the end of the tunnel. As you work through your inner struggles, you'll begin to release old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you, and you'll find a greater sense of peace and clarity on the other side. Once you move through the darkness, you'll enter the fourth stage, which is often called alignment. At this point, you've done the inner work, and things start to click. You feel a sense of balance and harmony, both within yourself and with the world around you. You may have let go of old fears and attachments, and you're beginning to live more authentically. In the alignment phase, you may experience a deep sense of peace and connection to your higher self. You understand your purpose more clearly, and you begin to make decisions that align with your true values. You may also notice that things in your life are starting to fall into place more easily, as if the universe is supporting you in your growth. This is a stage where you begin to trust yourself and your intuition more deeply. You're no longer looking for external validation or approval from others, because you know that everything you need is already within you. It's a time of empowerment, where you start to think of your authentic self and live with a greater sense of purpose. And the fifth stage of spiritual awakening is integration. This is when all the work you've done up until this point starts to integrate into your everyday life. You've learned to live from a place of inner peace, and you begin to share that peace with others. The integration phase is where you start to embody the lessons you've learned and live in alignment with your highest truth on a daily basis. At this stage, you may feel a strong sense of connection to the divine or the universe. You're living from a place of deep love, compassion, and understanding. You may also feel called to help others on their own spiritual journeys, as you recognize that we are all interconnected. Integration doesn't mean that you have all the answers or that you're perfect. It simply means that you've reached a level of understanding where you can live from a place of inner peace, no matter what life throws at you. You've learned to trust the process of life and have surrendered to the flow of the universe. So, where are you on your spiritual journey? Are you just waking up and feeling that inner stir? Are you deep in the seeking phase, trying to make sense of it all? Perhaps you're navigating the darkness of the soul, or maybe you're in a place of alignment or integration. No matter where you are, know that each stage is important. Every phase of spiritual awakening brings valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. The key is to trust the process, be patient with yourself, and remember that spiritual awakening is a lifelong journey. Keep moving forward with an open heart, and the path will unfold as it's meant to. It's also essential to allow yourself moments of stillness and peace. In our busy world, it can be easy to get caught up in distractions and external noise. But true spiritual growth often happens in moments of silence, when you give yourself permission to simply be. Whether it's through meditation, quiet reflection, or just taking a walk in nature, creating space for stillness can help you connect with your deeper self. In these quiet moments, you'll often find the clarity and answers you're seeking. Sometimes, the path forward isn't clear until you stop and give yourself the time to listen to your inner voice. As you continue this spiritual evolution, keep in mind that the journey doesn't necessarily get easier, but it does get more rewarding. You'll begin to view life through a new lens, one that's filled with more love, understanding, and compassion. Your actions, thoughts, and feelings will start to align with your soul's truth. This alignment will bring a sense of inner peace that transcends external circumstances. Even during challenges, you'll find yourself responding with greater resilience and wisdom. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you that spiritual awakening is not a destination, it's a way of being. The stages are simply markers along the way, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of who you truly are. Be patient with yourself, stay grounded in the present, and trust that everything you're experiencing is leading you toward greater self-awareness and inner peace. If you found value in today's content, I encourage you to like this video and share it with others who may be on a similar path. By liking and sharing, you're not just supporting this channel, you're helping others find the inspiration they need to continue their own journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more content like this. And if you've enjoyed this content, leave a comment below letting me know what stage of spiritual awakening you resonate with most. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Note, this journey is all about learning, growing, and sharing. So, stay tuned for more insights and tools to help you along the way. Lastly, if you're looking for more guidance and support, make sure to hit the notification bell. This way, you'll be notified whenever we release new videos to help you on your path. Keep shining your light and take one step at a time, no rush. Your spiritual awakening is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. Thanks for joining me today. Stay open, stay curious, and keep shining your light.